All right, hello everyone, and welcome to Culture of Gaming's Power Up Podcast, episode 96. I'm your host, Taylor, and this week I'm, of course, joined by Anthony Dennis. How are you, sir?
Doing pretty well. Getting ready to talk about some gaming stuff, I guess. Not much happening this week, but yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess there's like one big thing that happened this week.
I mean,
yeah,
sure.
Yeah, but
yeah.
Anyway, what have you been up to, gaming-wise?
I've been playing some League, of course, with you and a couple of other people.
Yeah.
I switched roles, kind of. I prefer bottom and like support now, so instead of top. So I seem to be going okay in that department.
Okay.
Aside from that, I've been playing some Star Wars here and there. Haven't really played too much of that this week. I'm up to Dathomir, I think it is, which is like, you've seen the Clone Wars, which is like the TV series Clone Wars.
Yeah.
They did a couple of episodes on Dathomir and the Night Sisters, I think they're called.
Okay.
Or Death Sisters or something, I don't know, whatever they are.
Yeah.
It's like Darth Maul's planet.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Yeah. So, been playing some of that. Also been playing some Titanfall 2, downloaded that and got into it.
Okay.
I'm not enjoying it as much as what I did the first playthrough.
Oh.
I think the first time I played through it, I loved playing all the mech combat, but now I prefer like the more pilot combat, I think.
Oh, okay.
Like more running and all that kind of stuff. But that's not too bad. Also been playing some Apex as well. Not really doing too well in that department either. But I mean, got a couple of kills and this, that, and everything else. The problem is you go up against people who have like 10,000 kills, and it's like, yeah, I don't stand a chance.
Yeah, the people still playing Titanfall 2 have done nothing but play Titanfall 2 since it came out in like 2016. So
yeah, I'm talking about Apex now, in case you missed.
Oh, I'm sorry, I missed the switch there. I missed the switch. Okay.
You can't even. I can't get a game in Titanfall 2. There's like a 13-minute wait to get a game. So yeah, it's a bit too old now, unfortunately. But aside from that, that's kind of it for me this week. Haven't really been playing much else. I can't get back into Death Stranding, unfortunately.
Oh.
It's just too much of a drag. Like, I don't know.
No, you're a quitter.
I don't know.
You're a quitter.
How far into it are you?
I just met what's her face. Mama, is it? Mama?
Yeah, Mama.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, so you're farther than me, I think.
Yeah.
I don't think
like I left it. I left
it.
it for a week, and now I just can't get back into it. It's just
Okay.
like I play half an hour, and then I'm just like, yeah, this is boring. Back to Star Wars.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
But I've played probably like an hour of that this week, and that's kind of it. So it's a steady grind, I guess. Slow, steady grind.
It's gonna take.
That's
It's
kind of
gonna
it
take
for
like
me.
over a year for you to beat it at your rate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. An hour a week, keep the doctor away. I don't know.
Yeah.
But that's kind of it for me this week.
Andrew, you're of course here. Welcome, as always.
Hi.
Yeah. What have you been up to this past week?
As far as gaming, Death Stranding, still kind of plotting along.
Okay.
I'm not as far as Anthony. I think I'm still in chapter 3.
Okay.
I'm like 20
Okay, sure.
hours in.
Hmm.
I was telling Taylor a little bit, like, I like that game, like, just kind of, like, I'll play for like an hour, and then I'll get to a part that's like really intense with like the BTs and stuff. I'm like, I can't do this right now. It's too much. Like, I have to
can't
focus, and I don't want to focus right now. I just want to like, walk through this area or like drive on my little road.
Just peacefully traverse through the countryside, listening to some music.
Yeah.
Right. So then like I'll just go back to doing like a couple deliveries. Like, oh, maybe I'll build that road, because I kind of like that like aspect of like. This sounds so weird, but like I like the aspect of like contributing to like building this road and making my game easier, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, this is weird. I just want to make it easier for myself.
Yeah, the
So,
first
like,
time is always the toughest, you know?
Yeah. So like grinding it out, like, and like I do have a couple problems with that game. Obviously, like it's not perfect, but like I saw something in the distance, and I was like, I want to go there. So I walked there because it was like a place. It looked like a thing, and then I got there, and it was like, oh, it's his mama's hideout or lab or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But I couldn't do anything with the place.
Yeah.
Like I didn't have a delivery for it,
Mm-hmm.
so like I couldn't even interact. I couldn't rest. I couldn't do anything. It was just like nothing. So I was like, I just
Well,
walked.
that sucks.
Yeah, I just like walked all the way here, like which was fine. It was kind of fun to like figure out how to get down and up and all that stuff.
Mhm.
But like you walked all the way there just because I was out of just curiosity.
Yeah, sure.
But then I don't get anything. Like I couldn't even rest at I couldn't do anything at all because it's not on the network either. So like you have to be on the network to either create a structure or to find other people's structures, right?
Yeah.
So there's nothing there. It's just barren. So I was like, okay, well I guess I'm gonna wait here and like try to let my like little like thing recharge off the sunlight for a few minutes, and then I'll get going back to somewhere I know is like gonna let me rest or get deliveries.
Yeah.
So that's kind of a bummer. I didn't expect that to be like a thing where like I figured like once I got there, maybe I guess part of me wanted to test it. It was like, hey, I wonder if I go there, am I gonna have like a sequence? Is there gonna be a sequence I can like do without having a delivery, especially for her because she's like a main character in the game.
Yeah.
But no, there's not.
Okay.
So that was kind of a bummer. Like I went to a different shelter on the way back. It's like, yeah, you can't do anything if you don't have your deliveries. I guess makes sense, but it's not really.
It's very what's the term like? I can't even think of it now. It's very like you've got to follow the game. Like
it's sort of like a closed off
linear,
open world, so to speak.
It's very linear. Like you can't go off and do your own thing.
Yeah.
It's like a fake open world almost. Like
the
world's like open, right? And you can go there, but as long as you like you have to have like a reason to be there. Otherwise, the game is not going to give you anything.
Yeah.
Like unlike really good open worlds, I think like Breath of the Wild, or like you could do a quest on accident.
Even Skyrim.
Yeah, even like Skyrim, or Fallout, or Outer Worlds, things like that. You could do these quests and then like, oh, like, hey, have you seen this? You're like, oh yeah, here you go, I've already done it. Like, oh yeah, remember that? I already have this piece of paper that you were looking for. And this game doesn't have that, which is a bit of a bummer. Like I don't know if I could find something on the floor that somebody dropped, and then go to deliver it if I don't have my own. Does that make sense? Like
yeah. I think the only thing you can do is like pick up lost cargo and take it to wherever. But even then, like that doesn't put the area on the network or whatever.
Yeah.
It's just like,
That's right.
Thing.
I think I also tried that. Like I found like something for a person I hadn't interacted yet with. It's like, okay, I'm gonna deliver this lost cargo. See if that like gets me like on the network or any stars with the person. And no, you don't get anything. So that's a bit of a bummer. I wish that they kind of thought about like that, people going kind of just on their own and not always just going delivery to delivery. But I don't know, I'm still enjoying it a bit.
Okay.
I must say I absolutely hate the reward system. There is no reward system. Like you go through hell to bring this stupid damn delivery to this stupid city and you get nothing. It's like, oh, I can sleep. Brilliant.
You got Facebook lights, bro. Come on.
It has to. I think that all the rewards have to do with like leveling up your like
reputation,
the stars. Yeah, like the rep, right? So like
it's about getting enough clout. It's about getting more clout, effectively.
Yeah, with the guy. Like like I got to like 4 stars with like one dude.
Yeah.
And he gave me like a little floating like cargo carrier, like level 2. So like I don't know if you've got the floating cargo carrier yet or not.
I think you get that anyway.
Yeah, but like now I have like a level 2 one because I did more delivery for him.
Sure, okay.
Or like now I have like the power skeleton a higher level because I did more of them. So like it's like incremental. I think like you can kind of tell like, oh, this guy's gonna be giving me like this type of reward. So if I want to get another like a higher level power skeleton, I probably have to deliver to him.
Sure.
I got new colors for my bike. Like, oh, so he's gonna be the guy if I deliver to. I'm gonna get like cosmetic stuff for like either the truck or the bike or whatever. So I don't know. I think once you get that first like reward, so to speak, from the delivery place, then you kind of know what you're getting.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a good chill game. I like to just kind of sit at the end of the day after like getting home from work and just being like, yeah, I'm gonna make some deliveries and see if I can ride my little bike around. So I don't know. It's weird. It's a weird game. The narrative is fine. Like I'm not super into the narrative. It's so weird. But maybe it picks up more, but
question I do have with the roads, just out of curiosity. Like with the initial like road building thing, like say the one near Port Knot City, I think it is.
Yeah.
Can you add on to that? Like, can you do the whole road?
Yes.
So it's important. This is like a really important thing they don't explain very well. but there are these like little things. They're called like auto pavers, and like you'll find the auto pavers, and you have to donate like your metal or your ceramic or your like crystals to it. And once you do that, it'll like build a gigantic road that's like floating in the air. I don't know if you've like driven on any like floating like roads.
Yeah,
before.
yeah. Like I've done the first part of that road, but can you keep doing the road?
So if you go down the road a little bit, you'll see another like auto paver, and then you go into that, and then it'll keep building the road.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I didn't even know that was
about like having enough materials to dump into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you should have a lot, especially if you haven't been doing that.
Yeah.
Like you can go to like a depot or whatever, and they'll have stored materials, so you can just like claim materials for them. And then,
that was the biggest material sink that I found in the game, was building the road. So
I think I just need to get back into it and like do world stuff rather than just grinding through the story, because the story's not giving me anything really.
Okay.
I think I just need to like build roads and build bridges and that, and get satisfaction out of that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't expect everyone's gonna like this game, obviously.
It's okay if you don't like the game, like straight up.
Yeah,
it's fine.
Like, there's just something in my weird brain that I'm like enjoying about it.
I liked it. That's the thing. I liked it initially, and now I've gone off it. I don't know.
It's very long too, obviously. Like I'm like not. I feel like I put like 20 hours in, and I'm not far along. It seems. So I don't know. Maybe
how many chapters are there?
I heard there's like 15.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
That's what I've heard.
I forget the exact number. There's like, I don't know. There's so many texts that go by across the screen, like as you're playing. It's just like, oh, I can't keep that in my head. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not one of the things I choose to store up in the old noggin. Yeah. So, well, I might as well contribute my 2 cents to the Death Stranding conversation here. I beat it this past week.
Oh, cool.
Yep.
And boy, have I got some thoughts. But I'm going to still keep it spoiler free because, you know, it is a somewhat longer game, and, you know, people don't have, like, a lot of time to dedicate to the game quite yet. And so, yeah, it's just like, yeah, it's, I mean, Kojima definitely made it. There's this meme going around that I kind of liked and everything, where, you know, it was kind of, like, funny. I don't want to say in a bad way, but it was more like Konami was right about Kojima out of 10 with the Death Stranding. It's just like, you know, it's gone around ever since like the early days of Metal Gear and everything, and it's like, you know, Konami has had to have some creative checks and balances with Kojima just to keep things in line for Metal Gear a little bit.
Yeah.
And so Death Stranding is like just like Kojima without any of those sort of creative checks and balances. And so it gets really, really weird. Like it gets, it's
apparently like it answers a lot of questions.
It does
about the world and everything.
Yeah, like to be fair, the game explains itself very well, and there's nothing. Yeah, it's like there's nothing that I'm still not entirely sure was about or anything. But it's more of just like, okay, this concept just in general, although they explained it, is still pretty weird. Like in general, like it's like, okay, this isn't normal, you know. And so but I don't know. Overall narrative is fine. I liked the gameplay was just fine. Again, I understand it's like not like some people don't like the tedium of it, which is fine. You know, it's just like maybe the game's just not for you. It's like you don't have to like this game. It's fine. Yeah. So it's like I thought overall it was like an 8.5. If I had to like review and rate it, I would give it about an 8.5. It's certainly not for everybody. And, you know, it's just like, it's okay if you don't like it. It definitely is. It's like it's very artsy. And I think it's very experimental in a lot of ways. Because breaking it down, it's very episodic. So, yeah.
It's such a weird game that it's hard to even, like, I guess I can't even really, like, put it all together yet because I haven't beat it. So, like, maybe it just falls off a cliff. Maybe it, you know, goes places that I'm totally on board with more. So like, I'm definitely interested to see it out.
Okay.
But at a slow pace though, because it is such a like game that it's not super action focused. So like, and when it does get action focused, I get really just like, oh man, I don't know if I have it in me right now to like push through this action, just because I'm like in this nice relaxed mood. So like going from like a relaxed mood of like driving and climbing, and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh nope, if you touch these guys I'm gonna have a heart attack because it's scary. Like it's genuinely scary. Like I get terrified when like the rain comes down. I'm like, oh, that's the bad rain. It's like the really bad rain, you know. Like I get like and the little guy pops out, and I'm like, oh, I hate it.
Yeah.
It's very nerve-wracking.
That kind of leads me to like probably my biggest entire criticism of the game as a whole is that it's just simply not difficult enough. And like so much of like the horror, like the sort of horror, so to speak, aspects of it, or like scary comes from the unknown. But it's like, okay, I've been through a BT encounter once before. They don't really differ from that. And it's just like it's like I know from watching other people talk about the game and whatnot, or just like watching other people play the game and whatnot. I know there's like a mechanic where when you die and everything, that is just like it leaves like a giant crater in the ground or something. And you have to like swim back to your corpse or whatever, your spirit. But anyway, it's like I never personally experienced that because I just didn't die. It's like I played on the highest difficulty. I didn't die.
I have purposefully, like, I've jumped off like massive bridges and stuff just to see what happens.
Yeah.
So I just like gave up one day and I'm like, oh, I wonder what happens if I do this. And it's like you go into like a void. It's like you're underwater.
Okay.
And you can collect your like cargo that you've dropped in that area, which is really weird. So you just like swim into your cargo and you get it, and then you swim back to your body, and then like you vomit up ink. And then you're back alive because apparently you're a repatriate, whatever the heck.
Yeah, he like can't die.
Yeah.
Or he comes back.
A repatriate.
I'm sure it gets explained. Yeah.
You come back to the point where you like, say, if you jumped off the bridge, you come back onto the bridge.
That's tied into the little bit of, if I understood correctly, that's tied into like the Doom sense that it's talking about and everything. How it's like people with like a higher Doom sense, they kind of like. They're a little bit more connected to the other side, so
yes, that dude like it like asked me for my birthday, and I was like, what's the point of this? And it's like, oh, if you're one of these signs, you get like more Doom sense. I'm like, wait, so if I just lied and said my birthday was like here, I just would just have an easier time with the game. Like,
I don't know. My birthday fell at late level 2 or whatever, so I could only sense the BTs.
I don't think it makes any difference because I'm January, and it's like I sense them as well.
I wonder if you can see them easier or something. I don't no idea. Like I should probably look it up on what it does, but like it's very.
I think it might just be like you sense them earlier because before the terrain scanner pops out or whatever it is. There's like a small like vroom and the camera kind of moves a bit.
Oh yeah.
And like slows down, and that means that you're sensing them, I guess.
There's also a line at the very beginning of the game where you're talking to the first corpseman that you meet, like corpse person, and it's just like he says it's like the corpseman says to Sam, it's like, oh, you're a Doom or whatever, right? And it's just like, I can only sense him, not see him.
Right.
But then your sister, I believe, can see him. So.
But I think Fredjar can see them as well, can't she?
I believe so. Yeah.
Because she says at the very start, "Oh, you can see them, right?" And he's like, "No, I can only."
Yeah.
Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So.
That game's weird.
Interesting stuff.
All right. Yeah. Probably not game of the year for me. I'll be honest.
It's not.
I don't know yet.
We'll talk about that a little bit later because we got the Game Award nominees this week. But yeah, probably not game of the year for me, honestly.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wanted to add. I've been playing the Hearthstone. Oh God, I think it's called Battlegrounds.
Oh, okay. How was that?
It's actually not bad. I didn't think I was gonna like. It's like the auto chess version of Hearthstone.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool actually. I've never played auto chess, but this is like an interesting like. Oh, buy your guys. Put them in the right spots. Synergize off each other.
Sure.
With like death rattles and battle cries and like watch them go. And like the watching the go part is like kind of a bummer because there is some RNG like who you attack sometimes, and you're like, oh, if I attack the other one, I would win, but now I don't.
Yeah.
So that sucks.
Okay.
But I don't know if that's like how normal auto chess works.
Okay.
It's great.
I don't know. I've never played auto chess before in my life, so I know League has like Teamfight Tactics, Dota has something, but yeah.
It's not a bad time killer. Like it takes a little too long for a game. It takes like 10 to 15 minutes if you're like top 4. So sometimes it can take a little long for like a game.
Yeah.
Which is a bummer. But if you're just like you're watching something on TV you don't care about, you're like, oh, I'll just play a game. It's not bad.
Okay. All right. And then other than that for me, Death Stranding for me this week, playing a bit of Elite, bit of Counter-Strike, just normal staples and whatnot. Haven't jumped into Fallen Order yet. I was awaiting with like bated breath to see how that game would go over. It's like everyone seems to like it, so I think I'll probably pick it up over the Thanksgiving holiday next week, because like classes will be on break, and just like play that over the holiday. Which leads me to my next point, no podcast next week because of the Thanksgiving holiday. Yeah, and so people are going to be out of town, so there's going to be a pain in the ass to source people and whatnot, so yeah. All right.
Ain't no Thanksgiving here. No.
Yeah,
actually, Anthony, I had a question for the... Have you been having a lot of problems with Fallen Order, like, technically?
Yes. Yeah, quite a few on PC.
I was going to say maybe Taylor should wait until they just like patch it or something.
I've heard.
So they have patched it, like stability patched it. They haven't actually fixed the issue that I'm having with it. So I was having some issues with Origin as well, where like after half an hour of playing either Fallen Order, Apex, or Titanfall, both my screens would just go black and then like would flash on and off.
Wow.
So that was an Origin issue. That wasn't like a specific game issue or a GPU issue.
So like pro tip, buy it on Steam.
Exactly. Yeah, 100%. I think
They're
the issues that I'm having are with Origin as well, with the game, because I've got to restart my computer, and sometimes even if I restart it, it doesn't work properly, and then I've got to keep restarting it until it works.
It sucks.
So yeah, buy it on Steam or buy it somewhere else, or play it on PS4 or whatever.
Doesn't Steam just launch Origin anyway?
Does it? No, I don't believe so.
That's what it does when I play Rainbow.
Oh, yeah. I think that's Ubisoft. Uplay.
Yeah. Oh, you're right.
They might do it differently for Origin. Yeah.
So with the Ubisoft games that you buy on Steam, it automatically launches on Uplay, but Origin it doesn't. I think it just launches through Steam automatically.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, game looks fun. So. Yeah.
If you like repetition, buy it.
Oh, okay.
Heard the story's good though. Dude.
For the story.
The story's good.
I like Star Wars, so yeah, okay.
But you're going to be doing the same thing on every single world, so.
Well, that's fine.
Yeah.
Is there a lot of backtracking between worlds? So like after you got new
Yes.
Oh, sweet. Okay, sweet. Metroid. Yes.
Yeah, I've heard it's like a little bit of Metroid.
Love it.
Yeah.
Okay. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay.
Definitely Dark Souls as well.
Ooh. Ooh.
So
okay.
It. Yeah.
Are you playing on the normal difficulty or the higher one?
I'm playing on normal. I wouldn't recommend playing on high because even like some of the like what do you call them, monsters or animals or whatever that you go up against, like rancors and stuff, are extremely difficult to kill.
Yeah.
So it's very like rolly, like you're rolling constantly.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you like a challenge, then go on hard. But it's very Dark Soulsy combat wise.
A lot of people I talked to said they were playing on the harder one because like it just explains like, oh, this is like if you've been experienced with like action games, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then it turns it more into Dark Souls because you have to roll a lot more. Like,
oh, okay.
Yeah.
This sounds great. Okay.
Yeah.
I love this. Okay.
And even like stormtroopers and stuff, you can't just charge straight at them. Like I find you've got to string together force powers. Like you might push someone, slow down time, sprint in.
Yeah.
You know, cut, and then you might pull and then like stab through them.
Huh.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I've seen some funny stuff, like some people like throwing a stormtrooper off of the ledge, force pulling them back onto the ledge, and then killing them and throwing them back off. It's just like weird.
It's supposed to be a Jedi in this, right? That's a little bit brutal. Okay. Psychological torment before. Yeah. Poor guy. Okay.
I reckon, to be honest, I don't know. This is just a theory. I reckon you turn to the dark side, to be honest.
Oh.
Just some of the stuff that has happened and whatever. So.
Okay.
Whatever.
Let's say you die at the end of it. I don't
know. Or like you just have like a dark side trip. Kind of like you might go there for a bit and then come back and get back on the path.
Oh, okay.
So we'll see.
All right.
It's very I mean, I won't spoil it. It's all good.
Okay. All right. So getting through, were you about to compare it to Force Unleashed?
No.
Okay.
I was just gonna say some of the people that you work with and whatever.
Oh, okay, got it. All right, anyway, so going through the housekeeping items, the main site is sourceculturegaming.com. Head on over there, latest gaming news, reviews, opinions, etc., etc. The occasional anime and tech piece also pops up on there. All right, community Discord, a link to which you can find on the right-hand side sidebar of the main site, where you can talk to everyone you see on the podcast, as well as most, if not all, the writers for cultureofgaming.com. Again, that link is in the right-hand side sidebar of the main site. And then 2 Facebook pages, one for the main site, one for the podcast here, facebook.com/cog.net and facebook.com/ Power Up Podcast, and then Twitter @Culture of Gaming without an E at the end of culture there, Instagram @Culture of Gaming spelled normally, youtube.com/Culture of Gaming, twitch.tv/Culture of Gaming, and mitzer.com/culture_of_gaming. Alright, so getting right into the gaming news, leading topic this week, I think this is by far the largest topic this week, because this happened really quick. A bunch of rumors speculated around last weekend and whatnot about, oh, there's a new Half-Life game that's going to be VR only. And it's like there was a huge resurgence of rumors among like the games media outlets and everything. Maybe Sunday and Monday, and then Tuesday we got teased it, and then Thursday got the like big reveal trailer for Half-Life Alyx. Yes, there is another Half-Life game. It is coming out in March of 2020. It is developed by none other than Valve themselves, and it will be VR exclusive. Now, let's make something really clear about the whole VR exclusive thing. It's not like Valve Index exclusive. It's going to work on any VR headset, but I do believe you need a VR headset to play it. Anyway, so they dropped a release trailer and a link to which I'm dropping in the chat right now. Go ahead and check it out. So yeah, y'all seen this?
Yes.
Okay.
I've seen it. Boy, this makes sense. All right, like VR.
Yeah.
Like that's fine.
Valve is super interested in VR, so it made sense that it does seem logically that they would go for this.
Right, and I don't know. Like, I guess Half-Life still matters, right?
I guess so. Yeah. I don't know. It's like, I don't know, if you've listened to this podcast for a while, you know, I'm like a largest fan of Half-Life as a series and everything. But I will say that I'm excited for this because of what it will do to VR as a platform. So, yeah, that's why.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if they're like anything like the actual like normal games, like let me figure this out. If they can innovate on VR like the original Half-Life and Half-Life 2 did for PC games, then this will be something very important.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's going to do that.
Right, exactly. So, that's the big question. That's the big question, right? So it's just like, you know, what exactly can Alyx or Half-Life Alyx here do for the medium?
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. Anthony,
if it's...
Oh, sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, Anthony, what are your reactions here?
So I've seen some of it earlier, like 2 days ago, and I'm just watching through the trailer at the moment. So I think we were discussing this in the community Discord. It looks like it's going to be not teleportation VR. It looks like you're going to actually be able to like walk or run using sticks or whatever.
Yeah.
Hopefully, at least. Although that gives some people motion sickness. I've never used VR. I've never tried VR. I would love to, though.
Yeah.
I've played Half-Life 1 for like an hour. Okay. I don't like Half-Life. This looks kind of interesting, though. It seems to be like it's kind of like one of the first FPSs, kind of, or like FPS action games on VR at least.
Yeah.
So hopefully Valve nails it, and it looks cool.
Okay.
It looks cool.
Oh, cool.
If I had VR, I'd pick it up.
Okay. I guess.
Yeah, it's the big like, if part, right? Like,
okay.
If I had VR, you know.
I guess I guess that leads to another bigger question though, right? So, do you think this game is enough to like sell VR headsets? Like, do you think this is such a killer app to essentially just like, oh, you know, it's like Breath of the Wild sold the Switch, you know, so to speak, or whatever. It's like, do you think Alyx will sell, you know, say the Valve Index or like the HTC Vive or...
Is Index the really expensive one?
Yeah, it's also the latest and greatest one. It's like the...
Then,
yeah.
No, I don't.
It's like the highest end package for the Valve Index is like $1,000.
I think it's like $1,000, right?
Yeah. Oh, I should also note that if you do already have a Valve Index, you get Alyx for free, I think. So.
Right.
Okay.
Are you able? What's the one that you don't need wires? It's the
HTC Vive Pro,
HTC.
and that's like $600.
I thought so. I thought Oculus had one too.
They might at this point. I haven't really followed Oculus's release.
If it comes out for the ones that are like 400, like the base 400 model ones, and it's playable on there, then I could see it maybe selling a few units.
Okay.
By a few, I mean a good amount.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. It's weird because like Anthony's saying, like they need to do a lot. Like if they like they do well with like the movement, or they can figure the movement out better or something. Because I think they said you can do the teleportation and the free movement.
Okay, so it's
from what I understand. So you can kind of pick. You can also do the one that's like, I don't know if you've played a lot of VR, but like you can like tap a shoulder button on your controller and it'll just like shift you over like 15 or 9 degrees. That's the stop motion one.
Yeah,
I don't know if they can figure out like how to not make people feel weird movement wise. That'd be awesome. I thought it was cool like when he moved, like they move the stuff, like just being able to interact seamlessly with stuff in the environment,
like items and whatever.
Yeah.
Which the Source engine is like perfectly suited for,
I wouldn't really know. But, but I think that if it does cool stuff like that, then definitely like it could help sell some units. But I don't know if it's just another like shooting gallery with some movement and puzzles in between. Then like I don't know.
I feel like VR is in. I'm very conflicted when it comes to VR at this point. I kind of feel like VR is very gimmicky at the moment. Like it's not something like a Switch or something where you can like dock it and undock it, and it doesn't really offer. It's like Wii Sports.
Oh, okay.
It's like a mixture of all these little gimmicks in a headset that it looks like it's realistic because it's you're in the world.
Sure.
I feel like VR needs to go a lot further in order for a game like this to actually like start making VR relevant in a sense. Like I don't feel like VR is relevant at the moment because it's too expensive, it's gimmicky, blah blah blah. I mean, it's a game, it's a VR game. VR is a cool concept, but I really don't think this is going to do much for VR at the moment, to be honest.
Okay.
It's also a prequel, which like I don't know. Kind of like prequels are kind of like the not very interesting to me.
To be entirely fair, also though, it's like if it was anything other than a prequel to Half-Life, then it's like it would effectively be Half-Life 3. And so it's like it's just like Valve has talked about we don't want to do Half-Life 3, so.
Yeah, I mean you could build something else in that world with different.
True, you could do like a spin-off.
Right. What's Barney doing? Jeez. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not gonna play it, but
I think it'll be
that's just because of VR stuff.
Why is my GPU on 70% and I'm running Chrome?
It's Chrome.
Nice. It's Chrome.
What?
It's Chrome. Anyway, that's fun. Well, I mean, you're also like video like decoding also, so. Because of the voice video chat.
I've closed Chrome, now it's dropped to 3%. Cool.
Oh, okay.
There you go. Fantastic.
Fascinating.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting.
So, with this, I don't know, I think it's important to offer, like, players choices for movement and everything, because it's largely player-dependent and everything. There's arguably no, objective best option for movement in VR. A lot of it is down to player preference. So it's like, the thing that I don't get motion sick, and the thing that works best for me is like the traditional like stick moving while in VR. Sure. It doesn't bother me, and I find like the teleporting around and like the snapping around to be really, really jarring, because then all of a sudden I have to get reacquainted with my bearings really, really quickly. So I definitely prefer like the stick running.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't even know what I've played a little bit of stick, and I just feel like I'm gliding on skates and I can't. It feels weird to me. Okay. The teleport is probably the most less jarring for me, but I don't like teleporting because you're like, I want to go right there, and you're like aiming perfectly to teleport there, and you drop your little ball there or whatever, shoot your gun there. I don't know. VR is still in a weird spot, right?
Yeah. It's kind of like with stick movement. It's kind of like being in the car and thinking you're gonna go one way when you go the other way.
I recently ran on
a
I ran on a treadmill for like the first time in like years the other day instead of outside, and I got off the treadmill. And I was like, "This is unnatural." I was running, my legs are moving. I am in the same spot.
Yeah.
I got off and I felt like I was gonna like just fall. So it was. That's what I feel like when I'm playing. Like it's like fine in the moment, and then all of a sudden you get these like hitches of like, this is bad. I don't like this.
Okay.
It's like, this is an abomination.
Yeah.
I do almost feel like Valve should have waited to release the Index until this was to launch with it.
When's the Index come out?
The Index has already come out. I think it came out in like May of this year, like May or June. Yeah. So it'll almost be a year old before it gets Alyx.
Is it bad that we haven't really heard anything about the Index? Like, is it launched well?
I think VR. I mean, yeah, it's the best VR headset on the market right now, but it's also unfortunately the most expensive. But it offers the most like the best experience so far. But I think a bigger part of that is that VR has kind of fallen into a niche area, where it's just like, you know, not enough like mainstream people have picked up a VR headset or care about a VR headset for, like, you know, PC Gamer to constantly cover it, or, you know, like GameSpot to constantly cover it.
That's true.
I mean, sure, it's all good for it to be like, you know, the best headset and this, that, and everything else. But has it sold well? That's the question, really.
I'm not sure.
I mean, I know like I don't know if they've got out numbers. I know like PlayStation VR had like touted they sold over like 1 million or something like that.
Yeah.
I know that's like, it doesn't sound like a lot, but it's kind of a lot for, I guess, VR.
Yeah, sure.
Because of how just clunky it all is.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't think this is going to be a huge system seller or a visor seller or whatever you want to call it. I think it'll probably be good because Valve usually makes decent games. I mean, except for the last game they made, but.
What was the last game they made? Artifact?
I can't remember what it's
Dota?
called. Artifact. Yeah,
okay.
Artifact. That thing. Yeah.
Do you remember that video of like, oh, they showed off the International and everybody just starts booing?
Oh, I don't know that, but that sounds very mean. Don't do that. Yeah. But yeah, this is like what people, I don't even know this is what people wanted either. Like, oh, it's like a spin-off. It's a prequel. It's VR. It kind of like checks the 3 boxes of like,
an unholy trifecta.
Yeah, like people probably don't want that, right? Like, but I guess if you're gonna make more Half-Life, you can't really just jump right into 3.
Right.
Why?
Why? Because like you jump into 3, like you're like, yeah, it's
the window for 3 has come and gone. Like that's like Valve's logic.
2.5.
No,
they made the chapter 2 and chapter 3. Was it chapter 3?
No, chapter 2. They made Half-Life 2 and then Half-Life 2 episode 1 and then like Half-Life 2
episode 2.
Episode
1, episode 2. Okay.
Yeah,
episode 2.
But yeah, it's like with that, it's like Valve's logic behind not wanting to do Half-Life 3 is basically like the window to do it has like come and gone and everything. And it's like it's been so long and it's been quite frankly so overhyped just through the meme. Like the meme of Half-Life 3, that's just like anything Valve puts out for Half-Life 3 will never live up to anyone's expectations. Like nobody would have big enough expectations for it.
Look at Shenmue 3.
Oh God.
And that game came out last week?
Yeah.
From the Dreamcast era, which is like around the time of when the first Half-Life came out, I think.
Yeah, right? 98. Yeah.
So yeah, like, and it's just an abomination. I mean, it's not an abomination, but like it literally plays like it's from 2000, like the year 2000, like, you know, like whether that's good or bad, like, you know, so like Half-Life 3 would have to do something incredible.
Yeah, it's like there's nothing. It's like I don't see Half-Life 3 innovating like the
because if it was just
market.
a first-person shooter, then
it's just like, well, there are plenty of those. You know, you can throw a stick and hit one.
Yeah, exactly. Why bother with just another first-person shooter?
Yeah.
So I guess that makes sense why the VR game exists. It's not just a first-person shooter.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So getting into a little bit more of the details of the game, as aforementioned, March 2020. No exact date in March, but around then is the window that they put for it, and the game will retail at $60. But again, it is free to anyone who specifically owns a Valve Index VR headset. So if you have an HTC Vive, yes, you'll be able to play it, but it will not be free. You have to pay for it. Yeah. This is Valve's, supposedly, in an interview given to various outlets and everything, it's Valve's biggest project yet, with having, it's like, this is the biggest group of people Valve has ever had working on the development of a single game, and it's been in development for a fairly long time, and so Yeah, he said about a third of the people have worked on previous Half-Life games, some all the way back to the very first Half-Life, which, wow. Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah. The system requirements are pretty, I don't want to say up there necessarily, but like you have to have a fairly recent PC to run this thing that had like up-to-date parts at the time when you built it. So you need either a 7th gen Intel Core i5 or a 1st gen Ryzen 5 1600. Minimum 12 gigabytes of RAM.
Ooh,
And graphics card, either a GTX 1060 or RX 580. So basically, if you built your computer in 2015 with up-to-date parts, it'll be okay. I believe that's when Starlight came out. But anyway, yeah. They say it's about as long as Half-Life 2.
It's pretty long.
Okay.
Yeah.
12 hours or so?
Yeah, you have a... they are saying it's just like Alyx will not be Gordon Freeman. She'll be talking a lot throughout the game and everything. There's a new voice actress for Alyx, and there's also a new voice actress for her dad, Eli, because the original voice actor passed away in 2017. G-Man is returning, and he's going to be voiced by his original voice actor, Mike Shapiro. So, and then let's see, talks a little bit more about the gravity gloves here, which I think that'll go a lot to the convenience and everything. So, you know, I'd imagine it like really tedious to like walk up to everything and pick something up in VR. So
yeah.
One of the more interesting thing here is Mark Laidlaw, the original writer for Half-Life and Half-Life 2 and everything, the very like prominent writer for those games and everything. He had left it in 2016. Like left Valve in 2016, and I think in like 2017 or so, he wrote what I would best equivocate to like a fan fiction or whatever, detailing like the original plot line and some of the earlier concepts and everything for like Half-Life 3 that Valve was originally planning, but for various reasons never came to fruition. But he says that he's actually collaborated with the writers quite a bit, basically answering a lot of like lore questions or a lot of like technical questions for the writing about it. So that's kind of cool, I guess.
So it's like consulting.
Yeah, consulting for it. Yeah. Gabe Newell is of course excited, and yeah. And then the last question that was asked here in this little interview with Valve is like, it's probably no surprise that many people at Valve have been wanting to get back to the Half-Life universe for a long time, and this experience has only reinforced that. So hopefully, maybe we'll see more Half-Life games after this.
Hey, do people care about the narrative?
Yeah, people actually do. Like people.
Really?
It's a decently crafted science fiction world. To be honest.
Okay,
yeah.
I don't argue with that part, but like I remember the first one. I played both.
Yeah.
But like the first one goes off the rails.
Yes,
like,
it does.
Hard.
Especially
like,
by the end.
Planet and stuff, and it's like, what is happening?
Did you kill like this weird like baby looking thing at the end too, or whatever?
Maybe it's been a long. I played it like in 2000. Like I played it 19 years ago or whatever.
Yeah.
I want to say, do people still care about Half-Life? Like, I feel like it might be like maybe 5 or 10% of gamers.
I think
most game. Okay.
I care more. Like, okay, as someone who I played all those games, I didn't play Doom when I was a kid. Like, really, like till a little later.
Yeah.
But like, I care more about Doom right now, and like that was like before me. Then I care about Half-Life, and like I was a little young to be playing Half-Life, granted. Yeah. But still, like I played them, and I. So.
And you weren't a little young to be going to hell?
Hello, Daryl 41.
No, okay. Oh, hey, Daryl. No, like I probably was. Like I remember playing Doom and just like being super scared as this little child. My neighbor was like, "Hey, have you guys seen this game before?" And I'm like, "Ah, this guy's like bleeding from his face."
When your neighbor offers you a trip to hell.
Yeah. But like. Doom just rips. Like they went in such a good direction with it.
Yeah.
Whereas Half-Life hasn't done anything, right? So like at this point, you have to like show me something that I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, the Half-Life, sure, that's cool.
I think for me, it's a lot less caring about Half-Life and more about caring the sort of experience it'll offer on VR, because it needs to it needs to offer a more comprehensive experience than what we've seen on the platform so far. So.
Daryl, do you care about Half-Life?
Yeah, I've been playing D2. Okay.
I don't know what D2 is.
Yeah, what is D2? Oh, Diablo 2, I think. Diablo 2, I think.
Guess.
Yeah. So, yeah, all right. So Half-Life 3 confirmed? Can we put that meme to rest? I don't know.
I don't think that game's coming out ever.
No.
Like, in order to capture a new audience, I feel like they need to completely rework everything. To be honest, like, they can't go back to the old world, in my opinion. I feel like they need to just rework everything, like make it cool, make it look snazzy. You know,
the game looks fine.
I think it looks.
Cool. I mean, no. So, like, Half-Life Alyx looks good. Okay, that's fine. I'm saying if they're gonna do like Half-Life 3 or whatever, they can't do a Shenmue 3.
Oh,
they can't do that.
Yeah.
They just can't do that. Like, they're gonna maybe attract, 5% of whatever.
Oh, Destiny 2. Okay.
Destiny 2.
Okay. All right.
Do you have like the new what's it called? What's it called?
Shadow Fortress, Iron Fortress, Shadow Keep. Okay.
Shadow
something. I don't know.
Shadows.
Yeah.
Shadowlands. No.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay. That game fell off for me.
He's got it.
Okay.
What's it called?
Shadow Keep.
Is it Shadow Keep? That doesn't.
It's gotta be Shadow Keep. Oh. Steam away. Let's go.
I'm opening Steam to see.
Alright.
Yeah, it is Shadow Keep. Destiny 2 Shadow Keep.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, that was correct.
That just didn't sound right.
Whatever.
Go away, Steam.
Yeah. All right. So, yeah. One other thing I wanted to bring up too, which hasn't been getting covered, is that Alyx will be entirely in the Source 2 engine, which is something that's been in development for a little while. Okay. But even better though, is that there'll be more creative. Like, they're releasing the creative tools for Source 2 at the same time as Half-Life Alyx. So, which means, like, people could straight up make their own VR experiences in Source 2.
Okay, yeah, like Gary's Mod VR.
Yeah, effectively, yeah. So, like, I think that'll be really cool, and I think that'll do even more to push the medium forward. It's like, I don't know. I'm excited for this because I think it has the potential to give, like, a really nice shot in the arm to VR, and the closer we get to, like, full dive nerve gear headsets, the better. So, the quicker, the better, okay?
Matrix it up.
Yeah, it's like, you ever see the movie Scanners? Pretty much that.
Scanners?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I've seen it. I don't know.
Alright.
And don't reference Ready Player One, because that's just VR now.
That's literally, it's like, that's just, ugh.
I read that, but God, it's bad.
Yeah. Book and movie were both garbage. Book and movie were both garbage to me. Anyway. Alright, so, moving right along. Andrew, it's like, I don't want to say the Emmys for gaming, but, like, I don't know, this is the most, organized, maybe, award show that we have for...
The Oscars, some would say?
Yeah, the Oscars for gaming. Let's go with that.
The Oscar Awards.
The Game Awards. Mm-hmm. The Oscars wish they were the Game Awards.
Right?
Yes, the Game Awards. Every December, Jeff Keighley...
the Doritos Pope.
Yes. The ESA is behind this as well, I believe, yeah?
Oh, okay. Are they?
No, I could be completely wrong.
Are they? I don't know. I thought that this is like an own independent thing.
Is it?
I think so, okay. Yeah.
All right. I take it back. Okay. It just says Jeff Keighley in really big words here.
Yeah.
And lots of people. Anyway.
the Doritos.
So Game Awards are coming along in 2019. People vote categories, games that win awards. Like any good award show, there's like, fun stuff to be had. But we're going to talk a little about the nominees. We'll just go through quickly. We're not going to sit here and unless you want me to stop and read one specifically.
No. So let's just go over some of the like more major ones. Like maybe stop down at
like family or whatever.
We'll figure it out. Yeah. We'll go through here. So Game of the Year, we can pick.
Yeah, let's do this one. This is a major.
Yeah. So Game of the Year, this is their overall Game of the Year. Nominees would be Control, Death Stranding, Resident Evil 2, Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and The Outer Worlds.
If you're wondering why Smash Bros. Ultimate is Game of the Year this year, it's because it came out too late for nomination last year at the Game Awards. So
yeah, that's what I thought. It took me back for a second too.
Yeah. And also, Fallen Order came out too late, also to be nominated.
What's that?
Fallen Order came out too late to be nominated, also.
So Fallen Order will be in next year.
Yeah,
most likely.
Yeah.
I have actually touched all of these games so far. A little bit.
What is Control? Because like I see this on so many categories, but I have never, I don't say never heard of it, but like haven't seen anything about it.
It's Remedy, so people who made they didn't make Max Payne, but they also made the TV one for Xbox. I can't remember the name of it.
The Quantum Break.
Yes, they made Quantum Break, and this is like I think this is a more realized version of that. Basically, you have like some like powers. You get like telekinesis. It's a third-person shooter game, and like it's really weird. Like you're in this oldest house, and the lore is really cool. Gameplay is like a little numbers third-person shooter, but they do a really good job with the powers, I think, and the like there's the general story that's really interesting.
Okay.
I think it's very good. It's definitely up there. I would nominate. It's definitely probably one of my top 5 games of the year so far.
Okay.
So that's up there for me. I think all of these are all good choices. I would be fine with any of these winning.
Yeah. Personally, I don't know. I've yet to play Fallen Order, so like, I've yet to play Fallen Order, so I think that might be, I think that might be up there for me, just based on theory. But that's obviously. But I think like Sekiro is still game of the year for me, so I'd like to see it win that anyway. Anthony, what's your favorite out of all these?
What are they again?
Control,
Death Stranding. Here, I'll put the list up in the Mixer chat.
Control, Death Stranding, Resident Evil 2, Sekiro, Super Smash Brothers, and The Outer Worlds.
So I've only played 2 of them, Death Stranding and The Outer Worlds. I'd probably go The Outer Worlds, to be honest.
Oh,
okay. It's flipped that much.
All right, then.
I mean,
down to action game.
Action games. Okay. Very similar list. We got Apex Legends, Astral Chain. Actually, not that similar. Call of Duty, Modern Warfare, Devil May Cry 5, Gears 5. Actually, they're not the same at all. And Metro Exodus.
Okay.
So another solid list. Action game. I don't know what they're going for.
I would say DMC 5 on this one.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna think like action game, like I think Devil May Cry 5 is the biggest action game.
Yeah.
I don't think like Apex Legends is an action game, but
I'd probably go Gears 5, to be honest.
I should play that.
For the best game in the action genre focused primarily on combat. Well, maybe Sekiro isn't even listed on this one, even though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't understand.
Okay.
But it's fine.
Yeah. DMC 5, I'm thinking.
Perfect. Action adventure game: Borderlands 3, Control, Death Stranding again, Resident Evil 2 again, Legend of Zelda, and then Sekiro. I think we're gonna see a couple games a lot in this list.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I haven't played Borderlands 3. I don't really plan on playing Borderlands 3.
Maybe Control or something? I don't know.
I would go with like Control.
That seems to be the uniquest take on here, because like, okay, Death Stranding didn't do anything incredible in terms of like puzzle solving or combat, especially. So yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree there.
Command and combat with traverse and puzzle solving. Yeah, I wouldn't go Zelda either because that had so many issues.
Destiny 2 Crucible.
Thanks for 100 sparks there, Daryl.
I'd probably go either Sekiro or Control, I'd say.
Okay.
Yeah, Control's got a really cool like design. Like things are moving a lot. I like that.
Yeah.
The Grease looks cool. The art looks really. We didn't talk about art, did we? But yeah, we were talking about art direction, right?
No, not yet. We're about to talk about art direction.
Oh,
so
I'm
art
losing
direction.
my mind.
Art direction.
All right, art direction. Control,
it's virtually the same list as above, though. But anyway.
Yeah, Grease looks really cool. Sayonara Wild Hearts is apparently pretty good.
Yeah.
Which is like a phone game.
Sayonara Wild Hearts.
Yeah, it's like
Sekiro and Zelda: Link's Awakening.
Although I do like the art direction in Zelda, it's very cute.
Yeah,
I would say Gris would probably win this.
Yeah, it's also a great looking game.
Audio
design. We're moving quick here. There's too many categories.
All the same as list 1.
Virtually.
Basically. Or list 2.
Yeah, audio design. There's lots of stuff on here. I think Call of Duty wins hands down.
Yeah, I think so. Definitely COD for this one.
It's got just such an amazing. It's great.
Community support, Apex, Destiny 2, Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, and Rainbow Six Siege.
Probably Destiny 2, just because we had kind of like the whole community exodus. From Battle.net or
Resurrected.
I mean, okay, so it's like we covered the big Apex Legends Reddit meltdown earlier this year, so that was fun. like Final Fantasy 14 is just like a solid like community, like somewhat community-driven MMO and everything. You know, it's like no major scandal has happened with it or anything that's like, you know, Fortnite. I don't know. Do 7-year-olds count as a community?
I mean, they've been doing a lot of good stuff over there. To be honest. But...
And Rainbow Six, it's like it has its up and down this year.
You know, this year I would probably either give it to Destiny 2 or Fortnite, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah. I think those are two.
Just because of what happened with Fortnite and like the whole end of the world stuff and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
I reckon Fortnite's gonna win that, to be honest.
Okay.
Probably. Content creator of the year, we have.
This is pick your favorite Twitch streamer.
Yes.
Courage, Dr. Lupo, Ewok, whatever the heck his name is,
Gref.
and Shroud.
Yeah.
I mean, I watch Shroud.
I would say Shroud.
So go with him.
He's also been like free from scandal. Like he literally just plays video games really well and is entertaining. Like
Same as Courage and Lupo as well.
Okay. Esports coach. So if I can do this, like
you can do that one. I have
esports stuff here. So Eric Adrian Hode from Team Liquid CS:GO, Kane from Team Liquid League of Legends, Grabs from League of Legends G2, Kokoma from SKT T1 and LoL, Sachka from Dota 2 for OG, and Zonic Sorensen, the Astralis coach from CS:GO. I would really want to see either Zonic or Kokoma win. These guys are both insane, like on another level, I think, than everyone else here. So,
all right, you've heard it first.
Yeah, esports event. I have watched all of these actually.
Obviously, Evo would win, but
clearly, yeah.
But because we're gonna have to go with it, Fortnite is gonna win.
Yeah, Fortnite World Cup will probably win this one, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Honestly, the League of Legends like Worlds was kind of disappointing this year. Like there was nothing super hype about it. TI 2019 was like Dota has fallen into its own little niche. I'll leave it at that.
Sure.
I like your room styling. Thank you. Yeah, Fortnite. I think Fortnite World Cup probably just because of how huge it was and everything.
Yeah, I agree.
Esports game of the year. CS:GO, Dota 2, Fortnite, LoL,
These are all
Overwatch.
such old games, I feel like, but it's fine.
Overwatch, no way. LoL, maybe. Fortnite.
Isn't the esports scene bad though in Fortnite?
It is, yeah.
It's not
I would say, I don't know. I would say CS:GO honestly has a decent chance on esports game of the year.
Best overall esports experience to players.
Yeah.
Oh, then they'll probably go with Fortnite.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Just because of how much money people are getting.
League, mate.
Maybe League. I don't know. I don't follow these games, esports at all, so.
Oh.
Esports host, I don't know who these people are.
Okay, so we got Stroh's Machine, who does CS:GO. Red Eye, he used to do StarCraft and a little bit of CS:GO. Now he does Dota primarily. Golden Boy, he's around CS:GO also. And then there's Candace. I have no idea which. I think she might be a lead host. I'm actually kind of disappointed Smits or Diary Moon isn't on there. But anyway, I digress. I would like to see either Red Eye or Machine win this one. I think I would actually like put favor towards Machine just because like he's a little bit newer to the scene and like nothing against Red Eye, but like he's been like awarded so many things over the years. It's just, yeah. Right. Yeah.
Lots of esports stuff.
Yeah. Esports player, Buka for Fortnite, never heard of him. Faker, who's the League of Legends superstar.
That guy won the cup thing.
Yeah, cup last year.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Yeah, World Cup.
Okay.
3 mil and he was 16 or something, wasn't
he? Jesus, okay.
Yeah.
All right, kid. All right, yeah. Faker from SKT1, Pertz from G2 League of Legends, Simple from CS:GO, and Sinatra from Overwatch. I would like to see either Simple or Faker win this one. So
I don't know who these people are.
That's my opinion. That's my opinion.
TVs are overrated.
Yeah, sports teams. Astralis, CS:GO, G2 Esports, League of Legends, OG, Dota 2, San Francisco Shock, Overwatch League, Team Liquid, CS:GO. I would. This one is tough. I would really like to see Team Liquid CS:GO win. Because, you know, North American represent, and they've had a killer run this year. But so has Astralis. But, I mean, Astralis has been winning everything for, like, the past 2 years also. So, I don't know.
Everything Nintendo. This is crazy.
Yeah. Family Game is Nintendo section.
What's our favorite Nintendo game the past year?
Ring Fit Adventure, Mario Maker 2, Smash Ultimate, and Yoshi's Crafted World.
Yeah.
I mean, probably Super Smash Brothers, but Luigi's Mansion probably should win it over it.
I think that or
no, come on, Ring Fit Adventure.
Yeah.
People are into that. I've been hearing a lot about that lately.
Okay.
Purple leotard lizard, whatever he is.
It sounds funny, but I just laugh at that. Anyway,
Andrew,
my category, fighting game, Dead or Alive 6.
Yes, the volleyball game.
No, that's not the volleyball game. I mean, they made a volleyball game, but that's not
beach ball game. Come on.
Yes. That's the anime titty game.
Oh,
Jump Force.
Is that the one where we talked? Wait, is that also the one where we talked about how it's just like the Japanese commentator made like a perverted joke about one of the moves or something earlier?
Oh, I don't know if I was talking about this. But...
Okay.
Wasn't that the ground slam one?
Yes, I think so.
Probably.
Yeah. Okay.
Probably.
Anyway.
Jump Force, which is not a fighting game at all.
That is not a good game, I've heard.
Or a good game.
At all.
Yeah. Mortal Kombat 11 might win. Will probably win. Even though I think Samurai Showdown should win. And then there's Smash Brothers, which is not a fighting game, but it's still there.
That dude is shredded, sweet Jesus.
Yeah, Homer.
He has like a solid B cup of like muscular man boobs. It's insane.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
Okay. Fresh indie game. It looks like these are studios.
I love this, presented by Subway. Yeah. This is terrible.
Subway, eat fresh.
Wait, Disco Elysium.
Gotta pay the bills.
Yeah.
Zaum for Disco Elysium. Amato Studio for Greece. Dead Toast Entertainment for My Friend is Pedro. Mobius Digital for Outer Wilds, which I need to play. Right, that's really good. Mega Crit for Slay the Spire. And House for the Untitled Goose.
Untitled Goose.
Do you think Untitled Goose Game has enough like meme clout to win Fresh Indie Game?
I hope not.
I'm voting for it.
Honestly, like as much as I think that game is like funny, and like fine, I'd rather not have. Even though these awards mean nothing.
Yeah.
I'd rather have like something that's just generally a better game win.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if like Driss got it, or maybe.
I really want to play Outer Wilds. I heard that game.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna skip down. I don't know if we need to go over these ones.
Game direction, probably Death Stranding. If I were to win any category, it'd probably be this one. Okay.
Games for Impact. Don't really know about that. Independent.
Indie game.
Mobile game.
I'm gonna highlight the performance one.
Okay.
I think everyone here, like Courtney Hope as Jesse in Control, is really, really good. Yeah. I think Mads Mikkelsen is pretty like hamming it up really well.
Yeah.
Matthew Porretta as this Casper Darling Control is hilarious. Like you just that goofy picture of him, like he's very funny on like accident purpose. I don't know, it's hard to tell. Yeah. And then Ashley Birch as Parvati is amazing in the Outer Worlds. I think she should win this category. She is fantastic.
Okay. I'd like to see Mads Mikkelsen win on this one. I think he killed it in Death Stranding.
I did think he did a really good job, but yeah. I mean, he's just being weird.
Okay.
Like.
Yeah. Role-playing game. Probably Final Fantasy 14 or Monster Hunter here. Yeah. I mean, Kingdom Hearts 3 was average. In all honesty, like it wasn't insane. Score and music.
I'm gonna scoop down to let's go to music.
Okay, I would say maybe Death Stranding or Cadence of Hyrule.
Cadence of Hyrule, I reckon.
I want to listen to that Cadence of Hyrule soundtrack again. I think it's pretty dang good.
All right, stepping down here.
Sports and racing game. Has anybody played any of these?
No.
Strategy.
Total War 3 Kingdoms, hopefully. That's what, or maybe Fire Emblem, probably, for this one. To be honest, like, that was really well received.
Yeah. And then VR game probably goes to Beat Saber just because of the... in, like, how much people talk about how good that game is.
Yeah.
Well deserved. Anyway, that's kind of I think that, Game Awards are cool. I enjoy them. They're Game Awards, and they don't matter. But
fun little show.
They are fun.
Yeah.
So let people enjoy things and celebrate them.
Yes.
And
brought to you
cool
by the Doritos Pub.
Subway.
Yeah, there's so much stupid stuff in these Game Awards.
Yeah.
It's just take it at face value. It's very stupid. So
yeah.
just enjoy it.
I will say I am happy Ninja isn't on the Content Creator of the Year list. kind of overrated.
Oh, was he not? I thought
No, he
was.
wasn't. No.
Okay.
Let him like bask in his sorrow with his millions. It's okay.
He was up there for streamer of the year.
Oh,
Maybe
okay.
that's a different.
Done like a couple of weeks back, and Dr. Disrespect won that.
Oh, okay.
Right. I thought I saw something about him winning something.
Yeah.
So that's why I was confused.
Okay.
Which is fine.
All right. So, anything else to say about the Game Awards, or are we good to go ahead?
When are they? Should probably say when they are.
Oh, does it? It says the nominee, or it's like the nominees will be in. Wait, hold on.
Thursday, December 12th.
There
Okay.
you go.
Thursday,
So pretty soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little less than a month.
And I think we'll get a better look at the Alyx actually there.
Probably.
I think they will show more of that.
At Curious Rose, thank you very much for the follow. Okay, so
Appreciated.
moving right along, let's talk about patent law for a bit. My favorite thing to talk about on the podcast. Anthony, what have
Buckle
you
in,
got for us?
boys. All right.
Here we go.
So this is coming from videogameschronicle.com.
Yeah.
This has also been reported on a few other websites as well. So the PS5 controller has been shown in a patent image or patent images. So reading from this article,
In Japan,
Sony
not the
Interactive-
US, by the way.
I'm getting there.
Oh, okay.
A Sony Interactive Entertainment patent has revealed images of what could be the PlayStation 5's controller. The images, which were published on the Japanese Patent Office website today. This was written on the 18th of November, so a few days ago.
Sure.
The images, which were published on the Japanese Patent Office website today, are attributed to the PlayStation manufacturer and match a description of the PS5's prototype pad in a Wired article, in which Sony's next-gen controller is described as an awful lot like the PS4's DualShock 4.
Which is an awful lot like the DualShock 3, which is an awful lot like the DualShock 2 and the DualShock. Okay, anyway.
I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Fair enough. Yeah.
The patent specifically highlights a microphone, but comparison images posted online show that there are many subtle design changes between the picture and controller and the DualShock 4. The controller pictured in the patent features larger triggers, slightly smaller sticks, a USB port, and no light bar.
Oh, so the battery will be good.
The light bar was shocking. PS4 controller, to be honest. The prototype PS5 controller currently being sent to developers is described as an unlabeled matte black doohickey that looks very similar to the PS5 DualShock 4, but Sony has confirmed some significant additions. One major improvement added to the PS5 controller is adaptive triggers, which SAE says can offer varying levels of resistance to make game mechanics such as shooting a bow and arrow, the tension increasing as you pull the arrow back, feel more realistic, which is what the Xbox One controller has,
Okay.
I believe.
This is becoming a
Like
thing in the... Oh, go
They
ahead.
have, they have like adaptive rumble or something. It's not quite the same.
No, there's
From
a
what I
there is like a I swear there's like pressure levels on the triggers and everything
There
because
are,
like
100%.
so it's like I played so it's like I've been on Xbox controller for the PC here.
You have the elite one though.
Yeah. So but like you can
it's like-
you can choose like how far back the triggers go back and everything.
Yeah.
And so it's just like I remember it was just like I was playing like some like sort of shooting game with it or something, and I had the triggers like locked or like, you know, shortened or whatever, and then I went to play Need for Speed, and it's like my car wouldn't accelerate all the way because the triggers weren't going back far enough. So
Yeah. So this is like different, whereas like if you were pulling that trigger down, you'd get like tension basically.
Oh, okay,
So
got
like,
it.
Like if you're pulling a bow and arrow back, but the farther you get back, the more tension there would be on the bow.
Sure.
That's like what it's trying to go for, I guess.
Okay. That's pretty.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. This is
That has some interesting like
Yeah.
applications, I guess.
Yeah. All right. A little bit more immersive. I like it. That's actually one of the biggest thing I miss about like shooting games and everything on a mouse and keyboard is not having a vibration like the rumble.
Really?
I like that. I always like that. Anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
The PS5 controller, which will switch to USB-C for charging, also includes haptic feedback with highly programmable voice coil actuators located in the left and right grips of the pad. Combined with an improved speaker on the controller, the haptics can enable astonishing effects, claims Wired.
Okay.
In a series of short demos, the publication described in October, a character ran through a platform level featuring a number of different surfaces, which Wired said gave distinct and tactile experiences. Sand felt slow and soggy. Mud felt slow and soggy on ice. A high-frequency response made the thumbsticks really feel like my character was gliding. Jumping into a pool, I got a sense of the resistance of the water. On a wooden bridge, a bouncy sensation. Next, a version of Gran Turismo Sport ported over to the PS5 dev kit enabled the player to feel the difference between dirt and the dirt track surfaces.
Solid.
Doing the same thing on the same track using DualShock 4 on PS4. That sensation disappeared entirely, the article said. The PS5 controller's larger capacity battery and haptics motor make it a bit heavier than the DualShock 4. However, a product manager, Toshi
Aoki.
So the final version will come in a bit lighter than the current Xbox controller with batteries in it. In the same article, Sony confirmed that PlayStation 5's ray tracing technology will be hardware accelerated, and the console will feature a completely revamped user interface and allow configurable game installs. So far, SAE has confirmed several PS5 hardware details with system architecture, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so I have linked the image that VGC mocked up of the controller as per the patent. It looks the same but different.
This one definitely looks a little bit like meatier, which like we know it's gonna be heavier, but like just as the shape and everything, it's definitely a little bit
a little more toward the Xbox controller, right?
Yeah, which I like.
The part around here seems a bit thicker.
Yeah. That's for the example.
And like here, there's a bit of a dip, like near where the triggers are, or like they're raised up a bit more, I should say.
Yeah. The one thing I really would love for our controller to do is, with like having me to mod it, is to have like the D-pad. Like I like the DualShock D-pad, but I want each arrow to be a different button, if that makes sense. Like separate, like clickable button.
I gotcha.
So like, you know what I mean?
Like four separate mechanical switches on it.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I would love that so much. Oh god, it would make Tekken so much better.
Instead of like the whole thing moving.
Yeah,
exactly right. I want those. I want 4 mechanical switches in there. That way I can like, do my
really
my
just go insane.
dashes.
Yeah,
I can go nuts in Tekken. Do some good back dashes.
Cool.
Anyway, that's my one dream for a controller. But yeah, I love the DualShock 4 is very good. I like it. I love how everyone's like kind of cool on any platform now. Like, oh, whatever controller you got, it's fine.
Yeah.
So, and my DualShocks lasted a pretty long time. It lasted about 5 years before they both crapped out, which was recent.
Okay.
They went well, and then this year both of my controllers died at like the exact same time.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
One button went out, and I tried to fix it, and then I can't fix it. I guess that's garbage now. And then the other one went out, and buy a new one.
Understand.
But it's all good.
No. So yeah, it looks like the big shtick or gimmick with this is going to be all the varying amounts of haptic feedback, which I think is cool. I think it's like, okay, sure. Yeah.
Like, what else do you do with controllers?
Right, exactly.
Precisely.
Yeah.
Like making them sturdier or break less.
Yeah.
Or gimmicky, like with the like things on the back, like that, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, cool.
I
really don't think we're going to see a difference in like Xbox Scorpio controllers either, to be honest.
Not.
Probably, because they've refined it. It's good enough, really.
They just make like the Elite controller like kind of the standard,
kind of the default. Yeah. That'd be
maybe
nice.
Yeah.
Make the original Elite the standard, and like have the Elite 2 the premium one.
Yeah. I need to get like the drips repaired on mine for whatever reason, like just the adhesive.
Oh yeah, you're telling me about that.
Yeah. Yeah. I do appreciate that we will have the light bar so that the batteries will be good. God, I can't believe that.
Brings how like, so there's no light bar. Like I'm interested to see how like PSVR would work because they relies on that light bar.
Oh, does it?
So
oh,
I believe that's part of how it works is the light bar.
Okay.
Like, I think because like you have to use the old Move controllers that have the big bulb on it, right?
Yeah, but I don't know.
Like,
I don't know enough about the tendril side of the PSVR to know whether or not like it just needs like an infrared thing or
I don't know.
Just,
I'm almost positive the light bar
okay
because of VR, but I don't know.
Okay. Well, you know,
probably
Sony's smart. Maybe they'll figure a way out. Yeah.
Probably. I mean, yeah.
I'd say so.
Okay. Yeah. I do appreciate USB-C. Yeah, that is.
I don't have the only thing that's like correct me if I'm wrong. Like it's just faster like transfer speeds and stuff.
I mean, yeah. So it's like USB-C is also kind of like the new standard in terms of like phone chargers and laptop chargers also. Yeah, because like it does power, it does like data transfer, and it also does the big thing is Intel Thunderbolt stuff, which is just like a lot of data transferred through.
Yeah,
fairly small cable.
Tell that to Australian shops. If you go to a 7-Eleven here, you can't get a USB-C charger.
That's unfortunate.
If you go to a supermarket here, you can't get a USB-C charger.
That's unfortunate.
If you go to somewhere like Kmart or whatever, where it's absolutely insane.
Yeah, the only one that I have is the Switch that uses.
Yeah, the biggest like tech item that exists right now that doesn't have USB-C is the iPhone.
Oh yeah, it's annoying.
But it's just like, even other Apple products have USB-C now, so it's like the iPad Pros do, the MacBooks do, yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Every iPhone's annoying. What are you talking about?
Well, okay.
Ooh,
I mean,
okay.
I know I have an iPhone. It is bothersome occasionally, but like having the proprietary like lightning cable is the worst. Like, I'm like trying to find I have to have this particular cable, and it doesn't charge well on. Like I can plug it into my car, and it charges like a quarter of the speed if I plug it into my outlet on my wall. Like it's just really weird. I don't know why. Yeah, it's weird. I hate it, but whatever.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, so yeah. So yeah, we'll check out the PS5 then. Anything else to say about the?
Not really. No, the control looks the same, but it's a few different changes and whatever. I'm keen for it.
Okay. All right, so over the past couple weeks, we've talked about the varying controversies around the then pending Pokemon Sword and Shield. But, you know, this past week it came out, and, well, it's apparently doing really well. So it's killing it sales-wise. It has had the most successful launch of any Pokemon game to date. And as of November 21st, so 2 days ago, has sold more than 6 million copies worldwide, making it the fastest selling game on the Switch so far during that machine's life cycle. So, yeah, there's kind of just nothing
Even
else.
better than Zelda.
Yeah. There's like
Smash Brothers.
Wow.
Pretty big.
Yeah, there's nothing really more else to say, except like going into the greater conversation of, I guess, don't let the vocal minority affect perception of things, because like if you were to like listen to like Reddit a week before the game's released, this game was gonna be a flop and a massive failure and everything, you know? So
I mean, I don't think it was ever gonna be a failure, to be honest. I think people were just upset about, you know, Game Freak or whoever it was cutting back the number of Pokemon that were in the game.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a Pokemon game, it's gonna be good. It's like saying a Zelda game is not going to be good. You know, it's always going to make the sales. It's always going to be good. It's always going to. It's Pokemon. It's the same old formula that they've always used. So I mean, people were just, excuse the term, but people were just bitching about the whole. Oh, this isn't in the game, and that's not in the game. Oh, it's going to be bad. And it's like it's not going to be bad. It's blah blah blah. So.
Yeah. Currently, it's sitting at a 81 Metascore on Metacritic, based on 45 critics, but a 4.1 user score.
Review bomb.
Ooh, yeah, maybe. I don't know. Usually, I'm on the side of the users and everything, but it seems to me that's just like, you know, reviewers evaluating the game as it exists without, you know, all the other air around it, like, you know, some of the users are. So.
Yeah. I mean. You said 81. That's, you know, maybe not the highest of the Pokemon.
I'm not certain on that one. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm not the biggest Pokemon fan, but it's good to hear that, you know, Switch can, Nintendo can still knock it out of the park with these games. I mean, it's a franchise that's been around forever, you know, since I was a kid. So.
Yeah, you know, it's like personal anecdote, and with a sample size of the one person I know that played it and got it on her Switch, she loves it. So
yeah, I mean, I'm sure she's
super
fantastic.
impressed with it. Yeah. I don't know.
Pokemon.
This is
Pokemon remains huge.
Yeah. And in related news, the sky is still blue.
Exactly,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, it's just like it's like the biggest media franchise of all time or anything, right? Like Pokemon, like in terms of revenue.
Gotta be up there.
Yeah.
I'm hesitant to say that maybe Mario is bigger.
I think maybe in terms of revenue. Though.
Yeah, I think Mario might be bigger.
Oh, okay.
But maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah. So yeah, it's like
kids love the Pikachu.
Yeah. So do you think like
is the Pikachu in this one?
I think so. I think
okay,
Pikachu.
they didn't cut Pikachu. That's good.
Pikachu is in like they always take Pikachu in every generation.
I know they have to. Right?
Yeah, he's got to be there.
He sucks anyway. So what if you care?
Right. Yeah.
I saw an electric corgi. That thing looked really.
Yeah, there's some pretty cute Pokemon this time around. I will say that.
There's like a beaver or a squirrel. That one also looks pretty cool too.
Yeah.
I don't know what that thing was, but I'm into it.
Yeah, I'm into it.
Yeah, I'm not into Pokemon, but I'm into some of these designs.
And the last Pokemon game I seriously played was like 4th gen, I think. The Sinnoh region. It was the Diamond and Pearl. Yeah, I played. Well, technically the last one I played was Platinum, but I originally played Diamond, which was Platinum.
Do you think you think they'll do like a yellow, so to speak, like next year, whatever they want to call it?
Oh yeah. Like, I see what you mean. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, they might.
Like, what do they call it? Like I don't know. Well, I don't know what they would call it, but
Pokemon
weapon. I mean that joke is done to death, right?
Right. Like, Pokemon bow or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Pokemon nuclear bomb.
Yeah, right. Like
Pokemon chivalry. Does he have a sword and shield? Now you're a knight. You know.
Sure. Like maybe Pokemon Knight would be not a bad.
Pokemon horse.
Pokemon damsel in distress.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
I mean, that game will sell boatloads. Until
it already has sold boatloads. You know, it's hard to complain if you're Nintendo.
And I was also seeing that it was interesting that the base Switch was I guess the one with the newer battery was the one that got bumped up the most in terms of sales too. So not the Lite, but actually the base model Switch. So interesting enough.
Yeah. So interesting, like little thing to be drawn from that it's like not everybody who wanted a Switch had one up until now. But,
right.
It's still bringing in new people. Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, that's always good. And not just the light version too, which is interesting because if you're getting that Switch for way cheaper.
Oh yeah.
And I have a feeling that the Pokemon probably doesn't look fantastic on TV. But
probably not. No.
But yeah, whatever.
No. All right, Anthony, any thoughts about this?
I think I've already said what I was. To be honest, like it's a Pokemon game. It's gonna be good.
Yeah, it's like
go and play it, even though it is a 3DS port. Who cares?
Right.
They're all gonna be good. Like, it's like whatever.
Yeah.
I did hear that it has some bad frame rate issues and such in certain areas.
Yeah, I think every Switch game has bad frame rates in certain areas.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like even the top-down Zelda game had shocking frame rate issues.
Yeah.
So.
Breath of the Wild still struggles to get through like the heart of the Deku Forest there. It's like right by the bridge.
Yeah.
It's such a bummer. They never patched that too.
I don't think it's like I don't know. There's so much you can do with a patch without just like cutting out so much grass and everything. It becomes not worth it. It's like
yeah.
I don't know. It's like the real fix is getting a better graphics chip in the Switch.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, so
cool.
Well, I think that'll about wrap it up. There are no games releasing this next week, which is
0 games.
Kind of awkward, but okay.
I do have a small announcement for those who don't know. So Steam's Remote Play feature has launched.
Oh, okay.
I think it launched today.
Is it literally better Stadia?
Instantly share your Steam local multiplayer games with friends over the internet for free. Using Remote Play together, one player owns and runs the game, then up to 4 players or even more with fast connections can quickly join.
Oh.
So basically you just launch your game from your friends list, right-click, invite your friends, they accept in chat, and boom, you're playing together. Any game that is co-op can play this.
That's pretty sweet. This is like the old DS download play. You guys remember that?
Even games like
sort of.
Divinity, Original Sin, can play this.
Oh, okay.
And play your Steam games on your phone, tablet, TV, or other PC.
Oh, I wonder if this works.
This is literally a better Stadia. With touch control schemes newly optimized for hundreds of top titles, you can now access and play games from your PC while on the couch or on the go. Many Steam games are already optimized for your devices.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's a massive thing on Steam, like when you go to store, come on Steam, work, remote play together. That's a massive banner up top. So.
Oh, okay. I thought it was just a Cuphead promotion, so I kind of ignored it, to be honest. I was like, oh, I don't really do it.
Good job.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, all right. So it's like there's some decently recognizable games on here. There's a Spelunky. I see that. Yeah, let's see.
Overcooked.
Spelunky 2 got delayed. Oh god.
Oh.
I want to play Spelunky 2.
Risk of Rain.
River City Girls. Overcooked.
Supposed to be good.
Goat Simulator.
Cuphead, Shovel Knight. A Hat in Time. Let's see, Guacamelee, Rayman Legends, Travis Strikes Again, No More Heroes, Guacamelee 2.
So if you go down the bottom and click on See All Specials, it gives you the actual good games like Gears 5.
Oh, okay.
Divinity Original Sin 2.
Binding of Isaac.
Outward, Cuphead, Jackbox Party Pack, Overcooked 2, Human Fall Flat, all those kind of ones.
Virtually every Lego game.
Mortal Kombat 11.
Oh, okay. Enter the Gungeon, Cast Crashers.
Those are your games.
Injustice 2.
Oh wow. Okay. So yeah, good lineup for this so far.
Everything.
Well, a lot of popular games.
Yeah. So I wonder if it works. So.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll try it out later.
I don't know if it'll work. I'd
be keen to try this, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'd be interesting.
Yeah. All right, so I think that'll wrap it up for this week. As I said earlier in the show, there will not be a show next week because of the Thanksgiving holiday, and so
true fact.
Yeah, so sorry, Australia. And so yeah, Andrew, where can the good people find you on the Twitter?
You guys can find me Twitter, Instagram, all that fun stuff at Durant's, DURNSKI.
Okay.
Yeah, come say hi, guys. You know, always. Love chatting with video games, chatting beer.
Yeah.
So hit me up.
All right. Anthony, how about yourself?
I am at InsaneAntman19 on Twitter. Yeah. I don't tweet. But you're more than welcome to follow me. I do all the site's social media stuff. So if you're wanting to get in contact, then contact me through there.
Okay. All right. You can find me at Inferius7809 on Twitter. That is at INFERIUS7809 on Twitter. Talked about all sorts of things over there. So if you enjoy putting people on blast for really nuclear bad takes, then yeah, and of course a very intellectually stimulating way, of course. Then go ahead and join me over there. So yeah. We will see you guys not next week, but 2 weeks from now, same time, same place. Hope to see you all there. Have a good Thanksgiving holiday if you're in the U.S. or I think Canada has their own thing also. Whatever. Have a good little start of the holiday season with next week, and we will see you all next time. Thank you so much for watching.
Bye-bye.